Two men, two completely different lives. The first man was named Ronald. He swept floors, pumped gas, and fixed cars in a tiny, freezing town in Vermont. He wore a heavy flannel coat held together by safety pins because he refused to buy a new one. The second man was named Richard. He went to Harvard Business School. He was the vice chairman of Latin America at Merrill Lynch. He made millions of dollars a year, retired in his 40s, and lived in an 18,000 square foot mansion with 2 swimming pools, 7 garages, and an indoor elevator. But in the year 2014, both of their lives made national headlines for completely opposite reasons. Richard, the Wall Street genius, stood before a bankruptcy judge. The 2008 financial crisis had wiped him out completely. His mansion was foreclosed on. He was deeply, hopelessly in debt. He had lost everything. A few months later, Ronald, the janitor, peacefully passed away at age 92. When his lawyer opened his will, the entire town, and soon the entire world, went into absolute shock. Ronald Reed, the man who swept floors at JCPenney, had a net worth of $8 million. He left $2 million to his stepkids and donated $6 million to his local hospital and library. How does a janitor completely destroy a Harvard Wall Street executive in the game of wealth? The answer has absolutely nothing to do with math, IQ, or luck. It comes down to one invisible force: your money psychology. Welcome to Money Psychology. Today, we are breaking down the greatest financial story ever told, and I'm going to show you exactly how to completely rewire your brain to build massive wealth, even if you're starting with zero. Let's look at the secret life of Ronald Reed. Ronald understood the most powerful force in the universe: compounding. But he didn't just compound his money, he compounded his patience. Whenever he got paid minimum wage, he didn't buy a new watch. He didn't upgrade his car. He took whatever he could save, and he bought shares of boring, blue-chip companies. Procter & Gamble, JP Morgan, Smuckers. And then, he did nothing for 50 years. He ignored the news. He ignored market crashes. He didn't panic when the economy tanked in the 1970s or the dot-com bubble burst in 2000. Ronald mastered the first rule of money psychology: wealth is what you don't see. Society tells us that being rich means having a fancy car and designer clothes. But spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. Ronald didn't care about looking rich. He only cared about being free. Now, let's look at Richard Fuscone. If Ronald Reed is a masterclass in patience, Richard is a masterclass in the psychology of ego. Richard was undeniably brilliant. You don't become a top executive at Merrill Lynch by being average. But Richard suffered from a psychological virus that infects millions of smart people: the disease of more. In psychology, there is a concept called the hedonic treadmill. It means that no matter how much money you make, your desires will always grow just a little bit faster than your income. You make $50,000. You want $100,000. You make $100,000. You need $1 million. When Richard retired, his millions weren't enough. He had to prove his status. So he borrowed heavily to build his 18,000 square foot mega mansion. He bought into the illusion that his past success guaranteed his future success. He took on massive leverage, using borrowed money to finance a lifestyle that required a booming economy to survive. Then, 2008 happened. The financial markets melted down. Liquidity dried up. The income Richard relied on to pay for his massive debt vanished. This is where the psychology of these two men violently collides. Ronald Reed survived every financial crisis of the 20th century because he had room for error. He had no debt. If the market crashed, his life didn't change. Richard Fuscone built a financial life with zero room for error. He optimized for status, while Ronald optimized for survival. Here is the uncomfortable truth that keeps smart people poor. Financial success is not a hard science. It's a soft skill. It's not about algorithms, spreadsheets, or what college you went to. It is entirely about how you behave. Your ego is the enemy of your bank account. Richard let his ego dictate his spending. Ronald let his patience dictate his investing. So, how do we stop acting like Richard and start building stealth wealth like Ronald? We need to completely rewire our daily money habits. If you want to build $1 million net worth, you don't need a Wall Street salary. You just need to program your brain with these 5 psychological laws of wealth. Law number 1, the 48-hour rule. Your brain loves dopamine. When you see something you want to buy, a new phone, shoes, a watch, your brain releases a massive hit of feel-good chemicals. To beat this, you must build a psychological speed bump. Whenever you want to buy something non-essential, force yourself to wait exactly 48 hours. 90% of the time, the dopamine wears off, the emotion dies down, and you realize you don't actually need it. Law number 2, automate your logic. Humans are highly emotional creatures. If you rely on willpower to save money, you will fail. The secret is to take the decision out of your hands entirely. Set up automatic transfers so that the day your paycheck hits, 10% to 20% goes straight into an index fund or savings account before you even see it. If you don't see it, you won't miss it. Law number 3, embrace stealth wealth. Stop playing the status game. The people you are trying to impress are too busy trying to impress you. When you see someone driving a $100,000 Porsche, you don't think, wow, that guy's cool. You think, wow, if I had that car, people would think I'm cool. It's a trap. Real wealth is quiet. It's the peace of mind knowing you can quit your job tomorrow if you want to. Law number 4, reasonable beats rational. You don't need the perfect, mathematically optimal investment strategy. A mathematically perfect strategy might tell you to put all your money into high-risk tech stocks. But if that makes you lose sleep and panic sell during a crash, it's a terrible strategy for you. Aim to be reasonably consistent, not mathematically perfect. Law number 5, buy time, not stuff. The highest dividend money pays is the ability to control your own time. True wealth is waking up every morning and saying, I can do whatever I want today. Ronald Read had that freedom. Richard Fuscone traded his freedom for a bigger house. 2 men, 2 destinies. You get to choose which one you become. Are you going to keep running on the treadmill of status, constantly upgrading your lifestyle until the debt crushes you? Or are you going to embrace the quiet, patient, unstoppable power of compounding? Your money psychology dictates your future. I want to hear from you right now. Be honest with yourself. Which of the 5 laws do you struggle with the most? Is it the ego? The dopamine spending? Let me know in the comments down below. I read every single one. If this video changed the way you look at money, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with one person who needs to hear it. Remember, wealth isn't about what you show the world. It's about the options you keep for yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Keep your mind sharp and your pockets quiet.